It really is the ultimate Orlando vacation dilemma. Do you pay the premium to stay inside the theme park bubble, or stay just outside the metaphorical gates at a budget-friendly hotel nearby? To settle this once and for all, I spent 6 nights back-to-back at 2 fiercely competitive hotels, just to see how much you can save, and which really is the best value for money. In the blue corner we have the newly rebranded Wyndham I-Drive Avanti Resort and Conference Centre, a well-known, highly affordable off-site choice right on International Drive. In the orange corner we have Universal's Endless Summer Resort Dockside Inn & Suites, a massive official on-site value property operated by the Loews Hotel Group. Geographically, they are practically neighbours. I can literally see the Endless Summer Resort from my Avanti Palms window, but in reality, are they both worth what they charge, or are they worlds apart? Today we're putting them through a rigorous 10-category head-to-head battle, from check-in and room quality to pool vibes and transit hacks. I'm scoring each category out of 10. By the end, we'll look at the true costs including hidden fees, reveal the final scores, and find out if staying on-site is truly worth your hard-earned money, or whether the off-site resorts win the crown. For the sake of this challenge, we've used both hotels at an average mid-season cost. The first category is check-in and reception levels of service and standards. Arriving at the Avanti Palms, first impressions were solid. The lobby felt welcoming, the receptionist was incredibly friendly, and the wait time was short. Best of all, the security deposit was a mere $50, so for a smooth, fast start to the trip, the Avanti Palms scores a strong 8 out of 10. Now let's head over to Dockside. The lobby here is stunning, vibrant and packed with amenities like a Universal store and a full-size Starbucks. But there is a catch. Because it's a massive resort, it gets incredibly busy. I had to wait almost an hour in line just to get my room keys and check in. The receptionist was great and there's no upfront deposit, but that painstaking wait brings Dockside's score down to a 7 out of 10 for me. Moving on to Category 2, the Resort Overview. The Avanti Palms features the main hotel and a separate tower block with great views where my room was located. The hotel was clean, tidy and appeared well looked after for an older property. If you read TripAdvisor, a lot of reviewers complain that the tower building looks and feels a bit like a prison. From outside my room, I can see what they mean. It is a bit sterile and a bit regimented. However, the lifts were fast and frequent, so it never impacted my stay. And to be honest, who goes on vacation to stare at the building? The Avanti Palms gets a respectable 7 out of 10. Let's fly back over to the Dockside Inn & Suites, which is a beautifully designed, heavily themed resort that captures the coastal holiday vibe perfectly. Squeaky clean and tidy, but it should be. It's not that old yet. Because it's a massive complex, it can be a long walk from the lobby to your room. Luckily, there are plenty of elevators to handle the crowds, making navigating the resort a breeze. Dockside takes the lead here with a respectable 8 out of 10. Next we've got categories 3 and 4, the rooms themselves and the amenities that go with them. The Avanti's room was clean, tidy and well presented. It had standard wear and tear and a slightly musky hotel smell at first, which did dissipate after 24 hours, giving room presentation and condition a 7 out of 10. The in-room practical amenities were great. Plenty of sockets and USB ports, a fridge, a safe, a coffee machine and a traditional shower over bath setup. Great for a soak after those long park days. And of course, there's an iron and ironing board as well. The AC was a little noisy, but the bed was comfortable and gave me a great night's sleep, earning an 8 out of 10 for amenities and practicality. Dockside Inn & Suites rooms are a masterclass in modern resort design. Because the property is a little newer, everything still feels fresh, crisp and completely odour-free, scoring it a 9 out of 10 for presentation and condition. For amenities, it also bags a 9 out of 10, featuring an excellent layout, plenty of plugs, including USB sockets, and a fantastic modern double shower instead of a tub. If it had a tub, I'd have given it a 10. Next we've got Category 5, Facilities Available. The Avanti Palms covers the basics with a gym, laundry facilities, a casual cafe and a ticket concierge desk in the lobby. The staff are helpful, but it feels like a budget off-site hotel setup. Desks were often unattended and staff were less enthusiastic to help, often meaning you have to wait, earning it a 6 out of 10. Dockside Inn & Suites operates on a whole different level. Managed by the Loews hotel chain, the service here is spectacular. Beyond the standard gym, guest laundry and ticket desks, the staff handles massive crowds with incredible efficiency, making you feel fully supported inside the Universal ecosystem. This scores a massive 9 out of 10. Next up, Category 6, Transportation and Getting to the Parks. This is where the off-site illusion cracks completely. The Avanti Palms charges a daily resort fee that supposedly includes a park shuttle, but it fills up rapidly and it's almost impossible to book a slot, and there's only 1 or 2 that go a day. If you try to walk the city walk from the hotel, It's a grueling 35 to 40 minute hike in the blistering Florida heat. So for transport to the parks, it gets a devastating 2 out of 10. However, I did find a genius workaround. You can take the I-Trolley from just outside the Avanti Palms Resort, and you can take that for $2 and it'll drop you off just outside where Universal Endless Summer Resort is. And from there it's about a 15 to 20 minute walk into Universal, which isn't as bad as 35 minutes. Or you can pop across and pick up one of the Universal Orlando Resort buses from the Endless Summer Resort, which will drop you off at the transport hub. Or you can walk up to the Endless Summer Resort and pick up a bus there. Because if you're staying at Universal Orlando Resort, their bus transportation system gets a 10 out of 10. Universal's icy cold air-conditioned buses run non-stop all day long. You never wait more than 10 minutes or so and you're dropped off right at City Walk gates or the park you're going to in a matter of moments. Next we've got categories 7 and 8, pools and dining. The Avanti's pool gives off a beautiful relaxing holiday vibe surrounded by lush greenery, earning it an 8 out of 10. There's plenty of sun lounges, a little kids splash zone, and even a hoist for anyone disabled that needs to get in the pool. If they'd had permanent lifeguards on duty, it'd easily score a 9 out of 10. But the food, a complete disappointment. My burger and breakfast were served in plastic takeaway containers with plastic cutlery. It honestly felt like fairground food from a takeaway van. The pricing was reasonable, but the quality gives it a 4 out of 10, I'm afraid. Dockside strikes back confidently. The pool area is massive, a clean oasis with active lifeguards and an excellent pool bar. Plenty of sun lounges around the pool. There's even a nice little sandy area for the kids to play in. This gives it a flawless 10 out of 10. And the food court itself functions like a premium food hall. While it's mass produced, everything is served hot and fresh and varied, scoring an 8 out of 10. And the ultimate highlight? You can order massive family pizzas delivered right to your hotel room. The phone even has a dedicated pizza ordering button, a winner with the kids and adults alike. Next we've got categories 9 and 10, atmosphere and value. The Avanti feels like a classic bustling International Drive hotel. It's generally safe and comfortable, though you will occasionally encounter the odd smell of pungent smoke in the outdoor corridors, gaining it a 7 out of 10 for atmosphere. However, on a pure base price, it represents a fantastic budget base camp option, scoring an 8 out of 10 for value. Dockside provides a strictly regulated, highly secure theme park bubble environment that feels premium from top to bottom, netting an 8 out of 10 for atmosphere. Funnily enough, despite being more expensive, its sheer convenience means its value for money also ties at a high 8 out of 10. But how do the final numbers actually stack up between the two? Okay, here we go. When we tally up the scores across our 10 categories, Dockside completely dominates the quality test, but it also carries a 55% premium on its base room rate. Is it worth that extra 55%? The math completely flips depending on whether you bring a car or not. If you bring your car or a rental car, the Avanti includes parking in its resort fee, while Dockside charges $26 a night every night. You might think staying off-site wins, but there's one thing you have to take into account. If you stay at the Avanti Palms and drive to the parks every single day, Universal hits you with a $32 a day parking fee. When you add that up, staying on site at Dockside is actually only 20% dearer than the Avanti overall. So here's the final verdict. If you don't have a car with you, or if you don't want to pay to park at City Walk each visit, stay at the Endless Summer Resort, Dockside or Surfside, or stay at the Avanti or another I-Drive hotel and use the I-Trolley and the bus hack or walk. If you don't want to walk or use the I-Trolley, stay at the Endless Summer Resort, Surfside or Dockside, but be prepared to pay a little bit more, around about 20% overall. So which do you think is best? Staying on site and living in the resort bubble, or staying off site and having the freedom to roam? Let me know in the comments below, or just share any memorable hotel experiences you've had, good or bad. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more content coming soon. Have a great vacation and I'll see you next time.